Good morning, my fellow YouTubers. I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about homosexuality and some of the videos that I've seen. Watching a bunch of videos these days, of course, and most of my videos, I make it clear that my position on homosexuality is that it is a sexual preference, nothing more. Um, there are a lot of different things that are sexual preferences out there, and homosexuality is not any different. It's a sexual preference. Of course, that's my opinion. Other people have different opinions, etc., and so on and so forth. You can go back and for that talk and watch some of my other videos. At any rate, today I want to talk to you about some of the videos I've seen that assume, and I use the word assume deliberately, that because a person doesn't agree with homosexuality, that they hate homosexuals. This is just, I mean, this is just not true. Okay, there's no other way to say it except it's not true. One of the things that you gotta understand is that I don't have to agree with you to love you. I don't have to agree with you even to like you. Okay, and people can where is it written that a person can't disagree with your lifestyle and still love you? I see it every day. I see it all the time, especially in ministry. There are a lot of people who live lifestyles that I don't agree with. It doesn't mean I hate them. Um, and so, the thing that's bothering me, I guess, is the fact that I see it sliding down a slippery slope. It happens so often that it's happening more often now than not. And that is the fact that, excuse the phone there, Kia. The fact that people are talking about the fact that because we're Christians and we say that homosexuality, some people believe it's a choice. Like I said, I believe it's a sexual preference. You can go back and watch my video on that if you want to, see my distinctions between choice and preference and sexual preference. Um, but people assume that because we disagree with homosexuality, that we hate homosexuals. And I don't believe, I don't hate homosexuals. I don't agree with their lifestyle. I don't agree with their choice of lifestyle. I don't agree with their sexual preference. I don't hate them. Okay. Now, does God hate homosexuals? I don't believe God hates anybody. I believe God hates sin. And that's all sin. That's homosexuality, that's adultery, that's fornication, that's lying, that's lust. Okay? Now, does God give a special preference to one sin over another? No. Okay? Now, people will disagree with me. Christians will disagree with me. I can understand that. I understand Old Testament scripture. I understand New Testament scripture. I understand abomination and what all of that means. I do. Okay, so Christians, if you disagree with me on this, I completely understand. My view sin is sin. All sin will send you to hell. Period. End of story. Now, are you going to be in a different part of hell because you're a homosexual, or because you're an adulterer, or because you're a liar, or because you're a thief? Is everybody going to have like their own little separate part of hell? No. Okay? It's just like going to a ball game, okay, where all the seats are on the floor. Okay, if all the seats are side by side, everybody's going to have their own seat, and one seat has no preference over the other. The mere notion that just because a person doesn't agree with homosexuality, it means they hate homosexuals is ludicrous. There are a lot of things I'm sure you don't agree with. Just because you agree or you think that homosexuality is all right, but I'm sure there are a lot of things that you don't agree with. But it doesn't mean you hate everybody that does it, or hate everybody that represents it, or hate. You may disagree with Barack Obama, but it doesn't mean you hate him. In fact, that being said, there are polls out there right now. I've watched one recently that says 65% of people don't agree, or don't agree. Wait a minute, 45% of people don't agree with Barack Obama's policy, but 65% of people still like Barack Obama. His approval rating is way up, even though they disagree with his policies. So, I mean, that's a perfect example of just because you don't like something that someone does, or just because you disagree with something that someone does, doesn't mean you hate that person, or that individual, or even that class of people. Okay, let me let you in on a little secret. Okay, it's not really a secret, but it's a secret because nobody shares it and nobody talks about it. But the truth of the matter is, there are a lot of black people that live way beneath their privilege, and I don't like it. Doesn't mean I hate black people. Guess what? There are a lot of white people that live way beneath their privilege, and I don't like it. It doesn't mean that I hate white people. Okay, so you've got to don't take it from one extreme to the other. Don't take it from I disagree with your lifestyle to I hate homosexuals. That's bogus. Okay, and not only that, but it's a straw man argument. One of the things that people I find that people do that disagree with the fact that I disagree with homosexuality or anybody else for that matter. One of the things they do is they turn it into a hate argument. They turn it into a hate argument. And I've seen this, so if you go back and read some of my comments, especially on my evolution videos, right? Read some of my comments. You'd be surprised at the things people say. Oh man, I've been called everything from, and of course I delete comments that have profanity in them. So just so you know, I do. Okay, I delete them, I censor them, and if the comment is good but there's profanity in it, then I'll rewrite the comment and repost it and send the person a notice saying, I've reposted your comment, but I won't do it the next time. And I don't. Okay. But I've been called, because of my views, I've been called everything from a bonehead to a butthole. Okay. Does it bother me? Absolutely not, because I know who I am and I know where I stand. Do I listen to the comments? Sure, I check them out. I look at them. I read them. I watch the reply videos. The reply videos are good and don't have profanity in them, then I post them. If reply videos are bad and they don't have profanity in them, I still post them. As long as it doesn't have profanity, share your opinion. That's what this whole format is for. YouTube is for sharing opinions. Okay, that's why we blog, because we want people to understand, to know, and hopefully to understand how we feel. Now, the reason why I go down this road here, and I don't want to get on a tangent because I will, but the reason why I'm going down this road here is to make people understand just because I don't agree with homosexuality doesn't mean I hate homosexuals. And guess what? Guess what? I would venture to say that the majority of Christian, probably upwards of 90%, even though they don't agree with homosexuality, it doesn't mean they hate homosexuals. I'm not saying that you don't have some nuts out there and some extremists. Okay? Some people are extremists. They're not crazy, they're just extremists. Some people are nuts. Now let me tell you what my distinction of that is, okay? You've got Muslims, and of course I don't agree with the Muslim religion, but you have Muslims that are very devout Muslims, okay, that preach their faith, that teach their faith, and some of them are very extreme to the point where they don't allow their women to speak while looking at them. That's extreme, but they're not out blowing up buildings, okay? Those are nutcases. So there's a difference between extremists and nutcases, okay? Some people are just ludicrous. So I'm sure that in the Christian religion, there's some nuts out there too. You know, they're if you slice a cake, that's got nuts in it, you're bound to get a few nuts. So that's just my personal opinion. I'm sorry if that's not funny to anybody but me, but it is kind of funny to me. Okay, so love to hear your opinion. Love to know what you have to say on this subject. Remember, we don't, just because we don't agree with homosexuality, it doesn't mean that we hate homosexuals. And I can speak personally for me, and I can speak for my congregation of people. I can speak for the people that I teach, because I teach the truth. Okay, so now, post your comments, post your videos. Be happy to hear those. Love to talk to you. I post all comments and videos except for those with profanity. Remember, I will censor you. Thank you for calling. We are a Christian channel.